Yeah, this morning on Home Improvement, we're going to look at tinting your windows. Everyone thinks, Simon, don't they? Everyone thinks about tinting the windows on their car. One to prevent heat, but also people like a bit of privacy. But not everyone automatically thinks about tinting the windows on their home.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, you do. You go by your car and think, you want it to look nice. But I've lived in my house for 8 years now, and I've hated the summertime when the sun comes. Look, I've got great views out there, but the sun belts into that lounge room and it's so hot.
So you could put curtains up, obviously, but then that ruins your view. You've got a lovely view of the water.
Absolutely, and it does. It ruins your view. But even with curtains up, you're still getting heat coming through into the room. This actually reduces it before it's getting into your room. So, yeah, fantastic. So we've got Mal on the line.
Mal, now where's Mal from?
Mal's from Forest Glass Tinting.
Okay, and he's the expert. Mal, good morning.
Good morning, boys.
How are you, mate?
It's true, isn't it, Mal? You think about tinting the windows of your car, but you don't automatically think about your home.
Well, that's right. A lot of people just automatically get their cars tinted.
Yeah,
and come from the dealership that way.
Yeah, and look, there's a lot of different kinds of tint. This is the thing that I found out as well. I mean, you've got different colours, different shades, different looks even, and you can change. Like when you did my house, we even changed it in the kitchen because the kitchen we didn't want to darken the room up as much for light, so it was something to think about as well.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so does it help with safety as well? I mean, with windows being, if you run into a glass window, will the tint actually stop it from cracking and breaking as well?
No, it won't stop the glass from cracking, but any film applied to glass is going to increase the safety of the glass.
Right.
There are films that are designed to meet Australian standards and are much thicker than your normal solar films, even though they are available in a solar film.
Okay.
So there's sort of kind of two different things. Most people we do safety film for are specifically have that in mind to prevent the glass from falling apart should it get broken.
Yep.
And other people, are just there to try and stop the heat coming through the glass.
Now, are there different degrees of tint for a house?
Many different degrees.
Yeah.
You can start.
What would you recommend?
It's three things I'd say to people. How do you want the appearance to look from outside? How do you want it to feel when you walk into the room? And that will determine darkness. Outside will determine, do you want it dark, do you want it reflective? And, how important is it to stop the heat?
Yeah, we used, what did we use on mine?
We used the Solar Guard Slate 20 in the lounge room, and we lightened it slightly to the Slate 30 in the kitchen.
Okay, and what does the difference mean between the 30 and the 20? Is that a heat difference? Is it reflective? What?
It refers to visible light transmission. So the lower the number, the darker the material.
Okay, all right.
So in your kitchen,
yep.
Your kitchen had a limited, amount of glass. We're in your lounge room and your dining room. Half the wall was glass.
Oh, look, it's made such a dramatic difference in my house.
Have you been able to turn your air conditioner off or down?
Oh, it's not running nearly as much is the thing. The room's not getting as hot in the morning, so you walk out and it's not instantly hot as soon as you're working in a hot room already.
And you've still got that view.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mal, is window tinting, because this is a home improvement program, I wouldn't dream of doing it myself because I can't even put my car rego sticker on. But Mal, would you recommend people, could you do it yourself?
It is possible with some instruction to do it yourself. There are some pretty practical people around. What I advise to most people is if it's where your mother-in-law sleeps, do it yourself. But if it's somewhere where you would look at it all the time or visitors would see it, have it done professionally.
Yep. Okay.
How much is it a square metre, Mal?
Most solar films are going to run somewhere between $60 and $80 a square metre, supplied and fitted, plus GST, so that's about your ballpark.
And what sort of guarantee or warranty comes with that?
Most of them are averaged on about 10 years.
Okay.
Most companies, 10 years?
Most of them would be about 10 years.
Now, there are different grades of tint as well, like anything, like paint. We can buy cheap paint and we can buy really good paint. Does it make a big difference?
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got some mainstream, like the big 4 or 5 manufacturers whose products work really well.
Yep.
Then we got some smaller players where the products aren't so good. You might buy something from a hardware store and think it's doing the same job, but it simply doesn't keep the heat out the same way.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Specialist companies make products that do, that really work.
How do people tell? I mean, how do they know if they're getting a good tint, a good quality tint? Is there codes on it?
The Window Film Association is a good starting point.
Okay.
Most quality, reputable companies are a member of the Window Film Association. So it's the IWFAA. You can always look on that site.
Okay, I didn't know there was one.
No, I didn't either.
No, the International Window Film Association of Australia and New Zealand. Yeah, you can look on that, and they will refer you to any of their members.
All right, well, that's fantastic. Can I ask a really stupid question, Mal? Does the film go on the inside of the glass or on the outside?
Mostly internal, wherever possible, fitted internal. There are external films available, very limited products available for external, but where possible, always fit the film internal.
I was just wondering about scratching it and damaging it.
And look, I know you do have one also that is clear and still stops heat too, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So you don't actually have to change the look of your glass to stop that heat transfer.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it is more expensive, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's, something like from SolarGuard, the LX70, it runs at about $180 a square metre.
But are you going to save money? Are you going to save money?
I've done some big jobs with that same film, and where it's important that the view does not change it a bit. There are films that are the cheaper films that would almost do the same thing. The reflectivity would slightly increase.
Yep.
But, there are films for everybody.
Yeah, all right. This Mal, fascinating stuff. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Where's Mal from?
Mal's from Forest Glass Tinting, and he's on my website in my preferred tradesman list. And can we just get your number, Mal?
0418 246 394 will get you directly in touch with me.
Or go to the website of the organisation, which is what again?
My website?
No, the website for the governing body for Windows.
Oh, yeah, that's the IWFAA, International Window Film Association of Australia and New Zealand.
Okay, and they'll point you in the right direction. Good on you, Mal. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, it's made a difference to you. I'll be very keen to see the difference in your power bill next bill.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's more comfortable in there. And you know what? I can watch telly better, too, because I haven't got all that glare on the telly.
Okay.
It's made a huge difference.
Yeah.
All the furniture's not going to get damaged as much. Look, it is, I'll tell you, one of the best things I've done to the home.
Very, very good. Good on you, Simon. Thanks for that. There, it's home improvement.